Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Veterans Memorial Stadium, where Quincy High School is taking on Hanover High School in football action. My name is John Caleri. I'm being joined today by Jim Timmons. Jim, thank you for sitting beside me tonight.
Well, pleasure to be here, John. It's always great to be in Veterans Stadium on a Friday night. We've got the lights on here as Quincy High School conducts its home opener, its first Friday night game here against a tough and always tough Hanover High School squad. Quincy is going to be going from our right to our left. They're going to go from the south to the north. They're kicking off to Hanover from our left to right. And it's a short kick taken at the 20 by Hanover. Number 10 for Hanover gets up the crease, and he's out to the 50-yard line. A nice run back by Captain Kevin McLaughlin, the quarterback for Hanover High School, John.
Yeah, nice start to the game for Hanover, and unfortunately a short kick for Quincy High School. But we'll see how the defense starts off here for Quincy High in their first series of the season.
Yeah, we're at an unfortunate disadvantage here in that we do not have a roster for the Quincy High School squad. So those of you listening to the game, we're going to do the best we can. Some of the players we do know, and we'll be able to identify them, but we're pretty much at a loss here to identify individuals for Quincy High School in tonight's game. We got our Hanover roster, but not a Quincy roster. Under center is McLaughlin. He takes a snap, and they go over the left side. Nice coverage by the Quincy defense as they swarm Pat Dwyer, the Hanover halfback. Dwyer, a 5'10", 180-pound senior. From what we understand, we're going to be looking at a strong running game tonight from Hanover, John.
We certainly will. Quincy's defense played well last year. We'll see if they can stop the run. That was one of their strengths last year, was stopping the run and preventing the ball from going up the middle. And they have a lot of senior leadership and juniors as well. And Hanover comes to the line here, and in his second 10 on the 48.
Yeah, it was about a 1-yard gain trying the left side. Here they go right over the middle. Nice little cutback there by Dwyer. And he picks up about 4. It's going to bring up a third down and about 4. Dwyer limping back to the huddle there. One thing about the Quincy defense, John, they're very physical, very strong up front. They look good. This is going to be a big early third down play for the Quincy defense. See if they can stop Hanover here. They get the linebackers up tight. Hanover, split backfield. They're running the option out the right side. Quincy does a nice job of stringing it out. Great coverage there, and they hold him well short of the first down. A great job by the Quincy defense, John, stringing out that option play for Hanover, and they're going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, it was a nice job by Quincy defense there to contain, make sure no one got outside. And they were able to pursue the ball well and make the tackle. It's a key thing in all high school games, missed tackles, and Quincy was able to make opportunities there and get the first tackle.
All right, now back for Quincy. It's a young man we do know. That's J.J. Niemke back to receive the punt from Hanover. He's got the kick away cleanly. It's a short one, and they're clearly kicking away from Niemke there. Nice job by Hanover. That was just a short squib punt over to the right side, went out of bounds about the 16, where Quincy will start its first possession. So the Presidents do a nice job on defense coming out. They look very strong there, holding Hanover to only 6 yards. A very effective defensive stand first time out by the Presidents.
All right, Quincy's going to be starting on the 17-yard line and for their first offensive series of the season. And they'll come out here. And they're going to leave one man in the backfield, Niemke.
Yeah, that's Niemke. Yeah, Niemke's a real projected star for the year. We'll see how he does today. They got triple wide receivers to the right. Pitch to Niemke. He's trying to get outside. No, it's an option there. And beautiful pass. Niemke dropped it right in there at about the 46-yard line, but a very difficult over-the-shoulder attempt there by number 44. He's banging his helmet, but Niemke took it out the right side, and he pulled up, and number 44 for the Presidents had got behind the defensive back. Niemke dropped it right over his shoulder there, but he was unable to pull it in. tough to catch the ball under the lights here early on in the game. You got to make some adjustments to playing under lights. It really affects depth perception, John.
That's one thing Coach Noble likes to do is a little trickery here and there, and starts off with the first play with a nice little trick pass there. All right, Niemke runs up the middle, then breaks outside, and a nice large gain for the Quincy High, and they'll get their first down of the year.
Yeah, they came out with the same set, only this time they went to Niemke, who cut it back. He tried the right side. There was nothing there. Cut it back over the left, got outside. That's one thing he's got is tremendous speed. He got the ball out over the 35 to the 36 for a nice 19-yard gain. And I beg your pardon, the 31, a 14-yard gain for Niemke. The Presidents first down and 10 from their 31.
All right, again, they come out with Niemke in the backfield and two receivers to the right. And
it's the fake to Niemke. They're going right side. Nice drop off over the middle. Nice job there for another first down. The Quincy offense coming out crisply here, John. Looking good here in this first series.
All right, so two nice back-to-back plays for Quincy there, and they come out to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be first and 10 from the 43. For Quincy, actually, we just got a hold of a roster, so we might be able to come up with some names for you now. We got to take a look at who their quarterback is, John. Identify number 19, if you would, off this roster. I know. Here's the...
All right, Josh Giordani.
Oh, Josh Giordani. Yep, we should know Josh there. Josh, a great athlete from a long line of successful Giordani football players here in Quincy. Josh is going to be backed up tonight, we know, by a freshman, Mr. Tucker, if he has to come out. But Giordani looking good so far, running the offense very crisply. Josh is a 5'7", 160-pound senior, under center. He's got split backfield now. They have a fullback back there with Niemke. Giordani calling signals. Hanover jumped off sides, it looked. Quick hitter over the left side. Nice job by number 44 for the Presidents, Jose Ortiz. Jose lined up. He was the fullback there. He took the quick hitter, and nice job here. This is a really nice job of mixing it up by the President offense thus far. It's another first down. They're just grinding it out here against this Hanover defense.
Yeah, one key thing is, as you said, keep moving the ball. Right now they're in the 46 of the Hanover side. Nice balance of pass and run, keeping the defense from Hanover guessing.
Here's the fake to Niemke again. Giordani looking down the right side. It's a little short there, and this one's going to be picked off by Hanover.
All right, number 15, James Carvin, came up with the interception for Hanover, but he's tackled as soon as he makes the catch. So unfortunate error there, but Quincy's able to capitalize and make sure that they tackle Carvin right away, so there's no extra yardage gained.
Yeah, Coach Noble doing a nice job there. He walked out to meet Giordani. I'm sure what he told him was, listen, no need when we're driving the ball like that to force anything. But he gave him a pat on the back and right to work with the defense here. So very effective offensive series by the Presidents. They shouldn't be discouraged by that interception. And Hanover comes out, trying the left side again in that Quincy defense, but again without success as the Presidents stand tall and stop the Hanover running back for what looks like it'll be about a 2-yard gain. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8 from the 30. Presidents doing a super job on defense. They really look awesome thus far, John.
They certainly do. We'll see if the defense of Quincy can come out, and hold Hanover right here. They saw that the offense was able to move the ball down the field pretty easily until that interception. All right, Hanover passes it and is caught by number 16, Alex Weiss. A nice catch by him to advance, and looks like they get the first down.
Yeah, Weiss, a junior halfback, came out of the backfield. Hanover trying a little trickery there. The aggressive linebacking crew for Quincy has been coming up, plugging the holes here, stopping the running game. So Hanover ran a little delay out of the backfield there, and they successfully hit their halfback for a nice gain and their first down. They're lining up at the 41 here. It's 1st and 10. We got the clock running, about 5:30 left in the first quarter. Trying the right side now. A nice job of swarming tackling by the President defense for a 1 yard, maybe 2 yard gain there. Tell you, they're consistently stopping the run game, John.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job up there. Still getting some pressure up in the middle as well. And so, the Hanover quarterback doesn't have much time to decide out there. So, a lot of quick plays for Hanover. And again, Quincy's doing a nice job in pursuing the ball.
Yeah, they've got their linebackers up tight. We'll see if Hanover tries that again, releasing their running backs out of the backfield. It's the linebacker job to pick up a running back releasing, and that may be the only thing that Hanover can do here. Here they try the right side. Great job of tackling by number 54 for the Presidents. He's been in on a lot of action there, but he did a nice job of grabbing the running back, and there he is, Steve Olson, one of the captains. Olson he's the captain on the defense. He's been calling signals here, and he's been everywhere thus far on this Hanover running game. The running back for Hanover got through the line, and Olson did a nice job at tracking him down and dragging him down. So that brings up a 3rd down and 3 for Hanover. The Presidents was successful here the last time. Let's see if they can stop him again. Quick hitter right side. He gets through. Down the right side, and there's going to be a 1st down. Nice job by Hanover on the quick hitter over the right side. Big number 41 for Hanover, Captain Nick Reardon, the fullback.
Right,
got out the right side and picked up a 1st down.
And J.J. Niemke was come up with the tackle, kind of a shoestring tackle there, but nonetheless he's down, and Hanover has the 1st down, and they're coming on the Quincy 41-yard line with 4 minutes left to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, you don't like to see your defensive backs making the tackles on running plays, but when they get in the backfield there, not much you can do. Hanover calling signals from the 40. Back to pass and letting it fly down the right side. Oh, that one was almost picked off. Great job of defensively being there. Number 86 for the Presidents did a super job. That was Captain John Banks, the 5'6", 160-pound senior. Banks stayed with him all the way and did a super job. It looks like McLaughlin for Hanover is going to be trying the passing game here. They've had no success thus far with a running game. A couple of quick hitters following passes, so it may be they'll try to establish a running game by throwing the ball a little more, try to get those Quincy linebackers back a bit. There's a delay over the left side. Getting outside again is big number 41 for Hanover. Their captain, Nick Reardon, nice job there on the delay. He went over the left side and picked up about, looks like they're going to give him about 6. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. Hanover's been in a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 situation a few times here. They were stopped on one. They were successful on the other. So let's see how the Presidents do this 3rd time. Big 3rd down play because we're now in Presidents territory here on the 35. Under center, calling signals. There's the delay again. Nice handoff, and he gets open. Looks like number 20 for Hanover is going to go all the way, and he does. A nice cutback by Pat Dwyer, the senior halfback, and he goes all the way for the 1st score for the Hanover High squad. Nice job there, John. Super run by number 20, Pat Dwyer.
Yeah, as you said, there was a delay again, and it looked like, they tricked the Quincy offense there, and they were able to get through. And Pat Dwyer was able to run down the left towards the sideline and right by the pylon and get in for the touchdown. So right now Hanover was up 6-0.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're going to go for the extra point.
Yep, their kicker is number 44, Bob D'Olimpio. He's only a sophomore. He's coming straight on here, not the soccer style we sometimes see. And that one looks like it is wide right. So the extra point attempt fails, but Hanover with a nice drive. They did a nice job of reacting to the President defense. There's no question here that the Quincy President line is dominating line play thus far. As a result, Hanover's had no success running the ball straight up. One of the things they did to make a little adjustment, they used delays, and they did a nice job of letting the block set up and giving their running backs who are lining up a little deeper, their running backs time to see a hole and take it. There's no ability by Hanover on their quick hitters and whatnot to go anywhere because of the Quincy linebacking squad and the linemen. They've done a very effective job of stopping the running game. But Hanover reacted, they adjusted, and they came down. We'll see now how the Presidents adjust, John.
All right, so with 2:47 left here in the first quarter, Hanover has taken a 6-0 lead over Quincy High School.
Back deep for the Presidents, number 23, Niamke, and with him is number 28. We're going to see if we can identify him for you. Yeah, we don't have him on the roster we were given, so we'll see. I'm sure Hanover's going to kick away from Niamke again. I wish we had number 28's name, but we'll see how he does out there. Here's the kick. Actually, Niamke takes it at about the 20. Starts up the right side. He's got some nice blocks and gets out to just over the 46. He has tremendous acceleration, John.
Yeah, he
can
certainly
really
does.
go.
He's able to get the ball and just take off right away. And he's not indecisive. He knows he wants to go left, go right, straight up the middle. And as soon as he makes his decision, he's gone. And he puts on the afterburners there, and he gets up the field quickly. It's a tougher team to go after him.
All right, they've got Ortiz out there. We see that. So we have here. Oh, no, we have Ortiz out there with Giordani and Niamke, so we'll see what the Presidents do. It looks like we're coming down to about 2:30 in the first quarter. They split Ortiz out to the left. Niamke's lone back in motion, number 40. It's a handoff to Niamke. Nice blocking up the right side. Niamke gets outside, down the left. He gets to the 30 where he's brought down. Great run by J.J. Niamke.
Yeah, it was a nice job there. Nice block by Ian Hortenson. He sprung Niamke to get up to the left side and the sideline there. It's a nice block by Hortenson to spring him free.
I'll tell you, Niamke can really move laterally. Super acceleration. He hit the hole on the right side, and then he got out about 5 yards, and then boom, lateral movement up the left side and down the left sideline for a super 26-yard run by J.J. Niamke. And it's 1st and 10 from the Hanover 30. Giordani under center. He's got Niamke again, the lone back. Calling signals. Got number 2 in motion. Pitch outside. Now it's Niamke trying the right side, trying to get wide. And he picks up about 5. Nice effort by Niamke. Nice block out there by number 86 for the Presidents. Trying to get a name for you. Number 86, John Banks. He was out there and helped spring Niamke to pick up 5. So we're going Niamke left, Niamke right. We'll see if this play is Niamke over the middle.
All right, we have 1:29 here in the first quarter. Presidents down 6-0, and it's second down with 5 to go. And the Presidents look like they're on their 25-yard line.
Got Ortiz in the backfield now with Niamke. Giordani fakes the pitch, quick hitter to Ortiz, trying the left side, and he picks up a tough 2 or 3 yards. Nice, strong running by number 44 for the Presidents, Jose Ortiz. He gutted that one out. Picked up about, we're going to give him 2. On the scoreboard, they only gave him 1. They've got 3rd and about 4. It's 3rd and a long 3. And we're under a minute here in the first quarter as the Presidents try to even the game here early on. Niamke is the lone back as Giordani steps under center. Calling signals, and looks like we're going to have an offside. Looks like one of the Presidents may have started a little early. See what the call is.
Illegal procedure penalty against Quincy.
All right, you're going to march off 5.
Turn it down.
Okay? We have a dead ball foul. False start against the white. Against the blue. All right, hold the ball. Hold the ball.
Yeah, it looked like Justin Thorley got a little overeager there on the right side. He jumped early, so It's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Presidents. Giordani back, gets it outside in the right, and that one's dropped. So another drop pass. I'll tell you, we mentioned this a little earlier. Jose Ortiz couldn't hold on to that one. He was the one on the Niamke option play. That was a tough one, but this was another one. You're looking back into the lights, and sometimes it's hard to pick up the ball.
And again, this is the first game of the year for Quincy High School.
Under the lights.
That's true, under the lights, excuse me. So, you know, it is difficult, and we are in the first quarter here, so he's trying to get used to everything and a little bit different, and first home game, so a little nerves still going through as well.
Playing under the lights really affects your depth perception, and I'm sure as the boys adjust, Jose will hold on to the next few that come his way. Giordani under center. Quincy is going to go for it at the 30. No need to punt from there. Quick hitter over the middle. Great play. They hit number 40 over the middle. Looks like a big tight end. That was a well-designed play. Ian Jorgensen over the middle, the big tight end. Nice fake by Giordani. He looked right, then he looked left, and wide open over the middle. Big tight end Jorgensen. Looks like we have a penalty on the play. Another procedure call against the Presidents. This one's going to hurt. It's going to take a first down off the board.
Check with him. You weren't on the line.
Procedure. Not enough men on the line.
Against Quincy.
You could hear Coach Noble there just before the referee made the call. You heard him on the field mic there just telling one of the players you weren't on the line. That's a tough one. You hate to see that penalty.
Yeah, especially, you know, they got a nice big first down gain, and that comes back. So it's unfortunate for the Presidents, but they still have the ball, and that is the end of the first quarter with the Quincy High School Presidents 0 and Hanover High School 6. We will be right back after this. Okay, we are getting ready here for the first play of the second quarter.
This is a big play, too. It's a 4th and 14 for the Presidents. They're at the 34-yard line of Hanover. Giordani back. Here comes the pressure. Lets it go down the middle. Looks like Jorgensen was grabbed there, but no flag. He's looking at the officials. On the sidelines, they're a little upset, too. Jorgensen, who's a big man, you know, big young man, his arm was definitely grabbed there. No call, though. And it's going to, the ball turns over on downs to Hanover High School.
Yeah, it looked like Kevin Davini for Hanover was playing defense there, and it looked like he might have bumped him, but the back judge ruled that no contact was made, or it was incidental contact, so the pass was incomplete, and Hanover takes over on the 34-yard line.
All right, Hanover comes out with split backfield. Give us to the halfback there. It looks like there may be a fumble. The Presidents are signaling, but no. It's going to be 2nd down and about 9. Actually, no gain. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Presidents did a nice job there of stuffing up the middle. Hanover tried to go right up the middle there with a dive play, but it did not work. So nice job by President's defensive line on that play.
Yeah, the line and linebackers, I'll tell you, the linebackers are about 3-4 yards off the ball. They're just up there stuffing that run. They're challenging Hanover to throw the ball. They've got to react to that, though. And here it comes. Here comes the pass. They're looking for the running back out of the backfield again. See, there again, they're trying to take advantage of the aggressive linebacker play, but a nice adjustment by Quincy High School. That was Don Doskovitz, who was out there on the, I beg your pardon, that's the wrong guy. We're going to find number 87 for the Presidents, who did a great job there of staying with the running back. I'm sure Bob Noble talked to them. The defense, the adjustment they're making is they're watching those running backs release and going with them. That's who Hanover's trying to go to take advantage of the aggressive linebacking play. But in that case, it was Jim Hutchins for the Presidents who did a nice job on coverage. Brings up a 3rd down and 10, John.
Yeah, that pass was last intended for number 20, Pat Dwyer, from Kevin McLaughlin, quarterback for Hanover. All right, McLaughlin hands it off. This time looks like to Dwyer, and he goes up the middle for about 5 yards.
Yeah, you're right. That was...
Then went to Nick Riordan.
Yeah, Nick Reardon, the captain. He's a big, strong running back. And looks like 4th down and 5. And, oh, no, they were setting up the punt here. Yep, Niemke's back. We'll see if they squib it again. Hanover at their own 39.
All right, clear stab. Number 87
they
for
kick it
Quincy.
away.
Almost
Yep.
got in there block, and Niemke fields it cleanly. And he cuts left and goes up the file. There's a flag on the play. And he goes out of bounds just past the 50. We'll call it the 48-yard line. But there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think we're looking at a clip here, or a block from behind on that one. I'll tell you, Niemke, that tremendous acceleration. He does a super job. Here we go. We're going to get the signal. Yeah, it's a block from behind.
Spot foul, 10 yards, 1st down.
All right, so block from behind there, blocking the back there for Quincy. So unfortunately, Niemke's nice run is going to be negated, and it's going to be a penalty from the spot of the foul.
So the Presidents are going to start from their own 22. There's 9 minutes, 10 seconds here in the 2nd quarter, or 1st half. And the Presidents continue to trail Hanover 6-0.
Quincy had one nice offensive series here in the 1st quarter, and they're going to try to come out and do the same. Niemke is in the backfield alone.
Giordani pitches outside to Niemke. He's trying to get wide, cuts it back in, following his blockers beautifully. I'll tell you, one thing Niemke does, he's got the speed to get outside and go, but he does a tremendous job of following his blockers when there's nothing there. That time, he tried to get outside. It wasn't there, so he tucked in behind big Steve Olson, and he picked up a 1st down. He picked up about 14 yards there on that run. A great job by Niemke.
Yeah, he made a nice job there. Alex Weiss, the linebacker for Hanover, came in, and Niemke just duked him out, and he faked right and went left, and Weiss was left in the dust behind him.
Giordani under center. This time he's got Ortiz back there as well. Niemke left side, and he's out across the 46-yard line. So that's 2 plays to Niemke, and they pick up 22 yards. I'll tell you, he's doing a super job here.
Yeah, he's
A.J. Niemke.
started off just where he left off last year. Led this team in rushing. Had an unbelievable season, and you can see here it's tough to stop him. And have to give a lot of credit to the offensive line as well, making all their blocks and making sure they open up that hole so Niemke can get through.
Yeah, absolutely, you're correct. These guys don't get the credit all the time, John, but this Quincy line play tonight has been superb. Giordani trying the line. He had the option, and he held on. Nice call. He's still not down there. Josh trying the line. He felt a little seam there, and he took it, and he picked up about 6. I'm sure that Coach Noble's pleased with that decision by Giordani.
Yeah, he had the option to pass, or excuse me, to pitch it back to Niemke, but it was a nice big hole, went straight through it, and picked up a nice gain for Quincy. Now they have 2nd and 4 on the 48-yard line of Hanover. 7:30 left here in the second quarter. Quincy trails by a score of 6-0.
Got Niemke, the lone back. Giordani puts Ortiz in motion, and here's the pitch right. Here comes Niemke.
Pitch Niemke. All right, we're going to have a flag on the play. 2 flags on the play, it looks like now. So we're going to see what happens here. A couple flags on the play.
I think we're going to see a hold. I thought I saw a hold out there. It's one of the problems when you've got a kid like Niemke going wide like that. It's sometimes very difficult to hold
Holding,
your block.
yes, previous
White
spot.
captain, previous spot.
Yeah, if he wants it. We have holding against the blue.
It's going to be 3rd and 1 or 2nd and...
It's very difficult when a running back's going wide like Niemke to hold on to your block. And what happened there was, I think we saw one
We
of
have
the
holding on the blue.
one of Quincy's wide receivers.
10-yard penalty, 10 yards.
Here we go. All right. We saw one of Quincy's wide receivers grab hold of the inside arm of the defensive back there after he got beat. So it's a 10-yard penalty. Takes the 6-yard gain of Giordani off the board, and it puts the Presidents in a 2nd and 14 from their own 42. So unfortunately, I mean, they've done a nice job tonight, John, of moving the ball, but penalties have plagued them thus far in this first half.
Yeah, they have. The Niemke's had a couple nice runs and a couple first downs, or close to a first down a couple times. And unfortunately, like you said, the penalty has brought them back. So now they have 2nd and 14 on the 42-yard line of their own side of the field.
Ortiz in motion again, coming right. They flare it out to the right to Ortiz, who gets greeted right away by number 16 for Hanover, Alex Weiss. What a stick by Mr. Weiss.
Yeah, he read that play all along. You could see him, and he made a nice job going up there, a nice form tackle right there. That's how I teach it in practice, and is able to make sure the ball was dropped for an incomplete pass.
I'll tell you, he really planted Ortiz, but you've got to be impressed because Jose popped up before Mr. Weiss did. He wanted to make sure he delivered a little message back that he took that hit and no problem. Nice job by Ortiz. Good, tough football by both players. Here's Giordani again under center. He's got Niemke, the lone back. They split Ortiz right.
All right,
It's a little flare out to Jorgensen. And
Yeah,
a
nice
wide
job.
open, great play. They hit number 86 for the Presidents, who's going to go all the way on a beautifully designed play. Jorgensen took the short pass to the right and then hit a wide open John Banks, who ran it in for a super 58-yard touchdown for the Quincy Presidents, who tie the game at 6 here in the first half.
Yeah, nice blocking in the play. Wow, nice play by Jorgensen, who stepped up, threw a nice spiral pass, and hit Banks in stride. And he came in untouched, as you said, for the touchdown to tie this game up at 6 apiece.
Yeah, that was a beautifully designed play by the Presidents and well executed by the boys out there.
All right, Quincy's going to go for the extra point here. And it looks like it is no good, wide to the left. So Quincy ties the game, though, on a 58-yard touchdown pass from Jorgensen to Banks. And we are tied 6 apiece here in the second quarter with 6:38 left.
Yeah, soccer-style kicker Alberto De Castro just pulled that one left, and that's okay. He looked good out there, and hopefully as he gets acclimated and the Presidents put the ball in the end zone a little more, Alberto is going to get recalibrated and get himself set there for later in the game. But a super job by the Presidents. They tripped themselves up again as they had earlier with penalties, but a well-designed play, and as we said, well executed by the boys. The initial pass by Giordani to Jorgensen behind the line. It was clearly a lateral, and then Jorgensen hit a streaking John Banks and went down the right side. Great stuff by the Presidents.
Yeah, it's two little trick option passes there that Quincy has come out. Bob Noble's reached deep down to the playbook and pulled those out, and both of them have worked. Unfortunately, the first one was just barely dropped, and that one went for a nice long touchdown, so Quincy could tie this game back up.
I'll tell you one thing we're really impressed by tonight, John, is you look along the sideline there and the number of players in uniform for the Presidents, the number of members of the band here. It's a great turnout, a lot of participation by the Quincy High School student body here. There's a much larger band than we've seen in past years, and it's great to see. A lot of students here in the stands as well. The kickoff is fumbled by Hanover, and let's see on the
still
coverage.
going,
Ball loose. It looks like the Presidents may have it.
Well, that ball is going back and forth. People are picking it up and dropping it, and it
Now,
looks
it's
like
covered by
Hanover did recover.
Yeah. I'll tell you, that ball was flying everywhere. It was never covered by the Hanover kickoff returner. He never fielded it cleanly. It bounced about 25 yards ahead, and then the thundering herd in the form of the Quincy Presidents special teams came down, and they kicked the ball back about 15 yards, and then the scrum was on.
Yeah, it was a nice kickoff by number 2, Justin Thorley there. Led to chaos ensued as the fumble occurred, and everyone was diving after that ball.
Hanover was split backfield from their 30. They try to flare it out to the left. So there again, you see the Hanover High School coaches are trying to solve this Quincy President puzzle because the defense has just been super tough. And there they try to flare wide to the left, see if their receiver can do a little something with it, but super coverage by the President defense. They played solid all night, John.
Yeah, Kevin Demini made a reception on that play, but J.J. Niemke was able to come up and make the tackle for only a 1-yard gain. All right, Hanover lines up here with 2 men in the backfield. McLaughlin's going to go
Split
back.
backs. There's that delay again, but no faking the Presidents. Great defense there, led by none other than number 54, the big guy, the captain, Steve Olson. Super job.
Yeah, you can see the Quincy defense is pumped up after that touchdown, and so on the sidelines, trying to get riled up and make sure that they hold them back here so they can get the ball back and try to score once again.
Yeah, that was a big 5-yard loss. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 13 for Hanover. And we're coming up on 5 minutes left here in the first half. 3rd and 13.
All right, Hanover goes back to the split backfield. McLaughlin goes back and he hands it off. And Presidents again just break through that offensive line of Hanover. And number 68 for Quincy High School came up with the tackle.
Yeah, also in
Scott
on it was
Pagington there.
number 52 for the Presidents, DJ Andrews. So great job by the President defense. 3 and out for Hanover, and they've got Niemke back there at about his own 40. So Presidents have a great shot at starting inside Hanover territory here as we come down to about 4 minutes and a half. So they have a shot to take control of this game here as they head to the locker room for the half.
All right, clean snap, and again, Quincy
got to
almost
that
comes
one.
off and looks like he might have got a piece and hit a Quincy player right there, and he didn't realize it. Looked like Steve Olson had hit his back and didn't realize it, but Quincy was able to recover.
I'll tell you, number 87 for the Presidents, he has been in there twice now, Jim Hutchins. He almost got to that one. Great job by Hutchins. So the Presidents are going to start from the 49, and they have about 4 minutes left. 4 minutes, 14 seconds in the half. Let's see if they can grind something out, take some time off the clock, and take a lead into the locker room.
All right, 4:14 as you said here, and Quincy comes up to the line with Niemke in the backfield. Wide right is number 86, and John Banks, and it's going to be a reverse to Banks. He cuts across, and is able to come across, goes across the 50 to the 40, and barrels his way through up to the 30-yard line of Hanover. So again, a reverse there, another kind of trick play by Quincy High School, and so far they've worked well tonight.
Well, the reason they've worked, I mean, these are very nicely designed plays. You got to give credit to the coaching staff. But the reason they're working is the boys are out there executing. That was super blocking on the backside to free up Banks. Great job. And then Banks went outside and went roaring up the sideline. The thing that does, it makes Hanover hesitate a bit. They can't focus on the Yamke. President's showing they have other tools in the satchel here, this President offense.
Yeah, Hanover's just over pursuing the ball, and Quincy's catching him on the backside there. And a bad snap, and it looked like Giordani fumbled it, but he was able to recover.
Yeah, he pulled away a little early, and the snap was fumbled. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Clock continues to run. We're at 3:20. President is just inside the 30-yard line as Giordani comes in with the play from the sideline. You hear that President band there, John. I hope we're picking that up on our field mic. They're doing a nice job. Been working hard all half here.
Yeah, keeping the crowd enthused, and it's nice to hear the band playing out there and out at the home game. All right, so 2nd and 10 on the 29, and Giordani is going to keep it. And it looked like an option play, but he decided to keep it, and looks like he's still going.
I'll tell you, this is the second time he's done that. He's just held the ball, feels the seam, pulls up, and these Hanover kids cannot bring him down. That was the whistle that stopped that play. Giordani wanted to keep going. He's a very powerfully built young man. Really solid athlete, doing a nice job. And again, the key here is that Hanover's got to think about somebody other than J.J. Niemke. The President's showing that they have other people they've got to worry about. It takes the ability of the Hanover linebackers to focus on the Niemke off, and that's only going to help as we move along here in this game. Hanover called a timeout, John, with 2:30 left. This is a big third down play, and their coaching staff recognized it. It's 3rd and a long. They've gotten the scoreboard 5. It's really more 6. And a big third down play as the Presidents are knocking on the door at the Hanover 25.
Yeah, it certainly is. You know, I'm sure the Hanover coach is letting all the defensive players know, don't over pursue the ball, stay at home, and make sure, the ball is actually going to the left. They've gotten fooled a couple times, but he's also going to say, make sure you pursue after Niemke and make sure there's no big gain on this play.
Yeah, we're over on the right hash mark, so you never know when you might see some sort of deceptive type play, like the reverse or the option. But the President has come out here, big third down play. Giordani's going to go right under center here. They're ready to go. Niemke's going to be the lone back. They've got a bunch formation to the left as Giordani calls signals. Ortiz in motion. There's the fake to Niemke. Giordani looking for help. He drops it over the right side. A great catch by number 3 for the Presidents, Steve Castigliola. And Steve, will work on your name, but that was a great catch. Super job to pick up a big first down.
And nice job by Giordani there to avoid the tackle and get the throw off. And as he threw the ball, he did get hit. But as you said, Castigliola made a nice job in catching the ball, and Quincy gets the first down.
Yeah, Giordani showed tremendous poise there. He was under heavy pressure, and he just waited for his receiver to get free, and then dropped it over the linebacker into the hands of a diving Castigliola, who made the first down for the Presidents. Clock continues to run. We're at 1:50, and here comes Niemke. He gets wide right and bangs it down to about the 6. Nice run by Niemke.
Yeah, he got hit once, but was able to bounce off of that and get an extra 3 yards off of that. And one important stat here is the yards after the first hit. And, Niemke's able to get hit once or twice, but still keep on going, get extra yardage for the Quincy High School Presidents, and inch even closer to that goal line. So we're going to have 2nd and 1 on the 16-yard line with about a minute 20 left here in the first half.
Yeah, we're actually on the 6. We're on the 6, John.
Excuse me.
They're knocking on the door here as we approach a minute, and Giordani calls a timeout.
Smart play there with only 2nd and 1. Didn't like what he saw out there for the defense for Hanover. Probably had the play called, and they were going to defend it very well. So nice job by him, nice poise by him to come out, call timeout, and discuss it with Coach Noble.
Yeah, it's their first timeout. They've got them. They're going to use them. There's nothing wrong with that. And as we said earlier, when you have a guy like Giordani who's got that poise, that's really an invaluable tool for an athlete. be able to remain calm under pressure. He went out, as you said, he saw something he didn't like, and you just do a reset. You talk to the coaching staff. That's what he did.
All right, Quincy's going to go with 5 wide receivers, and it's going to be a G9's going to keep it. And looks like he gets to about the 3-yard line, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, and importantly, the clock continues to run. Hanover, when they do get the ball, is not going to have much time here. The Presidents, actually, they've stopped the clock. Now, here they go. They had to reset for the first down. Now the clock starts up. And the Presidents are first and goal from the 4.
All right, we are under a minute now with about 53 seconds left here in the second quarter. Presidents do have 2 timeouts left that they can call. The Yankees in the backfield. And it's going to be a pitch to him. And he keeps going, and he breaks up to the middle, and he is in for a touchdown. So the Presidents are able to capitalize, drive down the field, call a timeout at a key time, discuss some things over, and drive in for the touchdown.
I'll tell you, that was great stuff. Nice job by Jose Ortiz and Steve Castigliola blocking for Niemke, and he found the hole, tucked it up, and the Presidents take the lead 12-6 with 40 seconds to go here in the first half. That was a super drive by the Quincy Presidents, John.
It certainly was. You know, they got held up by a penalty in the very first play here. Looks like they were going for 2 here, Jim, to try to get back up to a 14. All right, and they're kind of removing everybody again. Some motion in the backfield. Everybody resets.
I'm going to guess that they're going Niemke to the left side.
They have
Look at
4
all
wide
those
receivers to
guys
the left,
over there.
and
There's
there's a
the
pitch to
pitch.
Niemke, and he's going to try to get the pylon, and he is in. Looks like he just dove over the goal line. He gets in for the 2-point conversion. So Quincy comes down, drives, and gets the touchdown with 2 points. So the score is now 14-6 with the Presidents on top of Hanover.
I'll tell you, we've talked about the President's trick plays, and there has been a lot of that, but there was nothing subtle there. The Presidents lined up and said, look, we're going left side, and they had the one back, J.J. Niemke, and that was a super individual effort at the end there. He got hit at about the 1, but there was to be no denying him as he banged it in, and the Presidents take a big 14-6 lead with 40 seconds to go in the first half, John.
Again, we talk about getting hit but still continuing on, and Niemke got hit. Looked like at about the 1 or 2 yard line, but dove forth and got past the goal line for the 2 points. So nice job by Niemke to keep moving the legs forward. That's always key when as a running back. Keep those legs moving forward, and it's going to work out for you. And again, Niemke comes through with a nice play to get the 2 points.
I see one of the boys down on the sideline getting his calves stretched out, and one of the things we haven't seen a lot of that I wish we saw more of, especially on a night like tonight, it's a little warm and a little humid, is hydration. The Quincy boys haven't been at the water much, and we're going to have to watch for that in the second half. I see one boy who's got calf problems. We'll get his name once we match up the number, but that's something they got to watch for. Good decision by the Presidents. A little squib kick there. I think he was trying to get it past the first line. It didn't quite. It was a nice athletic play by Hanover's front lineman, number 76, who paid the price for that one, John Franklin. He got up limping. He's the left guard or left tackle, and he's hurting. Yeah, so that's something else to think about. But there the Presidents want to avoid any sort of big run back. That was very smart football. They just didn't get the ball past the first line for Hanover.
You can see Franklin wasn't expecting a little squib kick, or wasn't expecting it to come to him. You know, went off his ankle there and dove on it. And it looks like as he went into the pile, might have got twisted ankle or knee there. But he stays in the game. You can see he is visibly limping, though.
Yep. He's the left guard, so we'll see if Hanover doesn't try the right side. The split backs. Here's the fake. They're going to look down the right side with a pass. Great coverage there by the Presidents. That was super stuff. That ball was there, and number 86 for the Presidents. Again, John Banks. That was super stuff, John.
It certainly was.
Got right in there, timed it perfectly, and banged it right out. He looked like Ty Law out there.
The pass was intended for number 16, Alex Weiss, on the Hanover side, and Weiss and Banks went up at the same time, and Banks was able to hit the ball and get it down to the ground.
Yeah, John is not one of the tallest guys out there, but he got up there and he timed that perfectly. Great stuff. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 with 31 ticks left on the clock here.
McLaughlin's going to go back to pass again, and he's going to go to his halfback, number 20, and number 20, Pat Dwyer. Almost a lateral pass there, but the referee ruled it was forward pass, so it was incomplete. So we're going to have 3rd and 10 with 24 seconds left.
You know, respectfully, I'm going to disagree with you, John, there, because I think number 20 was being very smart there. I think that was a lateral, and it happened to go out of bounds. He never quit on that play, and that was great stuff by number 20 for Hanover, Pat Dwyer, because you were right. There would be a concern that was a lateral. That ball went out of bounds, and Dwyer chased it right out, so very smart play by Pat Dwyer for Hanover. So we're in 3rd down here. It's 3rd and 10. Hanover's got nothing yet. They're going to try the option now. Jeez. This President defense has just been superb.
Jose Ortiz again on the tackle, knocked McLaughlin out of bounds.
Yep, he strung that one out. There's 18 seconds left, and it's going to be 4th down and 8 for Hanover. They have got absolutely nothing here the last 3 times they've had the ball.
All right, looks like they might send the punting team on. Big changes here.
Yeah, you don't want to leave the Presidents with a shot if you fail with a shot at the end zone. And at least by punting, they know they're going to have the ball 60 or 70 yards away from their end zone. So this is a smart play by Hanover. Boys are going to have to execute, however. See what number 87 for the Presidents does this time. He almost got there.
Almost got a held, too, but all right, Niemke gets the ball on his 28-yard line. And it looks like he goes up to the left side there, and there's a flag on the play. And it looked like he got to about the 36 or 37-yard line. We'll have to see what the penalty is here.
Yeah, smart play by Niemke trying to get to the sideline there. Looks like it's going to be another illegal block. I think they're calling another illegal block.
When defense is out, you have to come out.
Block in the back against the blue. It'd be 1st and 10 after assessment of the penalty.
So we know one thing they'll be working on this week up at Pageant Field there is, I should say Faxon Field, I beg your pardon, is special teams here. When the plays get outside, the boys are not holding their blocks.
Block in the back by the blue team. Be 1st and 10 after assessment of a 10-yard penalty.
Boys are having a little problem holding their blocks, and being competitors as they are, they're not giving up on the play, but they can't grab and they can't push from behind. So it's one of those things you like to see them out there being feisty. The President is bunched up around Giordani. He's going to take a knee, and they're going to take that lead to the locker room. So a super job by the Presidents. That was really a great first half, John.
Yeah, it certainly was. The Presidents trailed 6-0, but were able to come back with 2 nice long drives down the field. A couple nice passes and a lot of nice runs by Niemke, and they take a 14-6 lead into the locker room. So
yeah, they're all pumped up, John. It's great to see the boys heading into the locker room like this. They're all fired up, and we're going to have a great second half here.
All right, well, from Veterans Memorial Stadium with Quincy's home opener here under the lights, Quincy leads Hanover High School by a score of 14-6. Jim and I will be right back for our second half action.
54 receiver.
All right, gentlemen, it's a good first half. Keep playing. Remember, when the whistle blows, stop. All right, Quincy, it's your option because Hanover had the option in the first half. What is your wish?
We'd like to take the football.
You'd like to receive the football, and you would like to defend the goal to my back. Would you please get over there? Thank you. And Quincy, face me here, please, gentlemen.
Let's go.
Right here. Quincy has elected to receive. Hanover will kick towards the scoreboard. Shake hands, guys.
Chili, okay?
Welcome back to second half action here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Quincy High School Presidents are taking on the Hanover High School Indians, and we have a score of Quincy 14 and Hanover 6. My name is John Caleri, and being joined by Jim Timmons, and we are here again for second half action.
Yeah, great first half for the Presidents, John. It was a very well played first half in terms of execution. Little problem with the penalties, but that can be attributed to youthful exuberance and hard effort. So we expect that the Presidents made some changes and corrections, and we'll see how they do here in this second half.
All right, well, Quincy elected to receive, and they do. Looks like number 22 for Quincy is taking it up to the right side and by the right hash mark, and he gets to about the 40-yard line. We'll call it the 38-yard line.
Yeah, great run by number 28 for the Presidents. He did a nice job. I'll tell you, the Hanover kids were all grabbing at that ball, looking to strip it. We're trying to locate a name for you, and I'm sorry that looks like we can't, but nice run by number 28 for the Presidents. There he is, Chris McDonald. Chris brought it up the right side, as you said, John, and did a great job of protecting the ball when they converged on him. So here comes Giordani under center. He's got triple wide right, and the handoff to Niamke.
And Niamke goes past the 42, about the 43-yard line. Nice job blocking there to get him up there. And again, yards after getting that first hit, and he gets a couple more after getting hit. So, Niamke is doing a nice job of moving up with the ball. Getting hit, keep going, and he gets a gain of about 3. So the President's going to be on about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, that was all line surge there. Niamke just followed his lineman, got outside, and picked up a hard-earned 3 to 4 yards. They've got Ortiz back there now this time, and Giordani calling signals. Takes a snap. There's a quick hitter to Ortiz, who gets another tough 3 or 4 yards. So the President's coming out and grinding away here.
Yeah, Ortiz is going to get to about the 41-yard line. Quincy is leading 14-6 here in the beginning of the third quarter, just under 10 minutes now.
Going to be third and about 3, John. And nice job by the Presidents. They've got the lead. They're going to come out and just try to grind the ball a little against this Hanover defense.
All right, so it's going to be empty backfield. So Giordani's going to be by himself right now.
He's got 5 receivers out there. Niamke in motion.
And it's a handoff to him. But Hanover read that play beautifully, and they stopped Niamke in the backfield for about a loss of 2. So nice job by Hanover to kind of stay at home and focus on Niamke. And it looked like number 41, Nick Reardon, for Hanover, the captain, made the tackle on the play.
So they're going to be punting the ball away here, John. And back to punt for the Presidents. Looks like it's number 23. We'll check this after the play. punting from about his 44. He gets it away down the right sideline. That's a beautiful pipe. Sorry, right down the middle there. Beautiful punt and great coverage. Super coverage. Punt taken in at about the 27, tackle made at about the 20. I'm sorry, punt taken in at about the 24, tackle made at about the 27. That is tremendous coverage by the Presidents. Great special teams play.
Jim Hutchins on the tackle, then number 87 for Presidents.
Yeah, was that number 23 punting, John?
It looked like it was number 13, actually.
Saw 13, huh? Well, he got a nice punt. He had some. He gave the boys nice. There was good hang time. The other boys had time to get down and cover that one. And Hanover's going to start from their own 26-yard line.
All right, they're going with a full house backfield. McLaughlin hands it off, and looks like number 41, Nick Reardon again, the co-captain, takes it up the right side for a couple of yards.
Yeah, he picked up about 3. I think Hanover's decided we can't stretch them, we can't trick them. Let's see if we can bang with them. They're coming with that full house backfield, trying to put helmet on helmet. They're coming right out again with it too, John. 3 backs back there. We'll see what happens.
And it looks like Reardon takes it again, and he's going to get about 2 yards going off the left guard. So we're going to have 3rd down and about 4 yards to go. Excuse me, yeah. About 6 actually,
Oh, yeah,
excuse me.
it looks like he might have been stopped right around the line of scrimmage, John. So I'll tell you, very impressive play by this President's defense. They have been super all evening, and they're coming out here with a big 3rd down play early on in this second half. If they can stop Hanover here deep in their own territory, again, they give themselves some great field position. Full house backfield. Hanover's sticking with that. Here's the fake and the roll. And it's picked off. Great job. 87 for the Presidents with a very athletic play. Jim Hutchins, a name you've heard a lot from tonight. Very athletic play by Hutchins.
Yeah, it was a nice job by Hutchins. McLaughlin faked the handoff and rolled out to his left and tried to get it off to Nick Reardon, but he underthrew it, and Hutchins came in and made a nice grab for the interception. So Quincy will take over on the 38-yard line of Hanover.
Yeah, Hanover trying to release one of the backs again, but Hutchins was there. Super defensive play. And the Presidents start at the 37 of Hanover with Niemke in the backfield. Ortiz in motion. There's Niemke over the left side, and he picks up about 7 there. Nice gutty run by J.J. Niemke.
You know, went up to the left guard and exploded through the line and was able to come through and get to the 30-yard line. So a nice gain for Niemke. And Quincy again starts off pounding the ball up the middle. Up this Hanover line's had a long night so far, and if Niemke keeps on running, it'll be another long night. I'm sure more scores for him as well.
2nd and about 3 as Giordani comes up. He's got Ortiz and Niemke in the backfield. It's Niemke again. He's got the 1st down and a couple more. Nice job by that line. That Quincy line tonight has just been first class on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, Sean Cunniff came in for Hanover on the tackle, and he wrapped up Niemke. But, you know, Niemke kept his legs moving again. We've been saying it all night long, and picked up another 2 yards after getting hit.
So that's another President's 1st down. They're 1st and 10 from the 24 with the clock ticking away here. We're coming up on about 6 minutes in the 3rd quarter. Giordani under center. Takes a snap.
And we've
got whistles everywhere.
Whistles and flags, and looks like going to be a false start on Quincy. We'll see here what the referee says.
Get a dead ball foul. Illegal procedure against the Blue. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 1st down.
All right, so again, penalties are coming back for Quincy early in the drive. Legal procedure there on the offensive line, so Quincy will get a 5-yard penalty. and move the ball back to about the 29-yard line. So 1st and 15 for Quincy.
I'll tell you, I like the way they've been moving the ball, though. This was what tripped them up in the first half, the penalties. Let's see how they react here in this second half. Giordani flares it out to the right. And this time, getting loose, John Banks, and he picks up the 5 yards on the penalty and a couple more.
Yeah, he made a nice job there in the backfield after he received the pass, avoided a tackle, and was able to get upfield and get that penalty back. So he gets about 5 yards on the play. So that'll be 2nd and 10 for the Presidents on the 24-yard line of Hanover.
Yeah, nice job by Banks there. Nice blocking again by the Presidents. They've done a great job all night, the blocking. It's been there, and the Yankees capitalized, Banks capitalized, Ortiz doing a fine job on the offense. Giordani calling signals. Got Ortiz in motion, the give to Niemke. Right over center, bangs it right down the middle for about 5. It's going to be 3rd and about 4.
Nice job by Niemke there. He had a couple lead blockers out there, and Scott Padgington was out there blocking for him, and actually came out there and waited for him to, hit another person and gain a couple extra yards. It's a nice job by Niemke not to go past his blocker, so he's able to get a couple extra yards and couple yards closer. Excuse me. So we have 3rd and 4 for Quincy.
Big 3rd down play from here, although I would say that the Presidents are in 4-down territory. They're inside the 20. I don't know if their field goal kicker, or their kicker, I should say, is capable of a field goal from here. It'd be about a 29, 36 yarder. So I would say they're in 4-down territory, John, and we'll probably react accordingly. We might see a running play here.
All right, Quincy did take a timeout right there to discuss a couple of things on this important 3rd down play. All right, so Giordani leads the team up to the line with Niemke in the backfield by himself. There's motion across the line. The handoff is to Niemke. He gets a 1st down and more. Spins off again. Nice. Missed that tackle for Hanover, and Niemke spun off of it. And again, gets hit, but keeps going. And after you got hit again in about an extra 4 or 5 yards for Quincy there. So Niemke gets the 1st down for Quincy High School.
I'll tell you, Steve Castigliola came in motion, and it was not your typical run of a motion man. He was getting up ahead of steam, and he hit that hole ahead of Niemke and blasted a linebacker, opening up the hole for Niemke, and he took full advantage. So the Presidents with a nice solid drive, 1st and goal from the 9.
All right, he up this Niemke again, and he gets up to maybe the 1, and he lunged across the goal line, but I gotta say his knee was down. So he's going to be about the 1-yard line. Again, right up the middle goes Niemke. And, this Hanover defensive line has had troubles all night long with this Quincy offensive line. Quincy's offensive line has been pushing forward and forward.
I'll tell you, we haven't mentioned the names, but Padgington's the center. You've got DeWitt at left guard, Olson at right guard, Hutchins and Philippi's the tackles. And these young men are doing a super job out there of just helmet-to-helmet banging against the Hanover squad. They're overpowering them.
All right, Giordani's trying to keep it, and
he gets in on the second effort.
Yeah, didn't get in the first time. He spun around, went in on the second effort, and he gets in for the touchdown. So nice job by Giordani this time, getting hip, keeping those legs moving. We were saying it all night long, but it's been working for Quincy tonight.
Oh, yeah, and there was nothing at all subtle about that. That was old-time, the type of football that Bill Parcells liked to see when he coached the New York Giants. That was just helmet-to-helmet, banging away, nothing subtle. It was the Quincy Presidents running game, and they just ground down this Hanover squad, and they take a nice 20-6 lead here in the 3rd quarter. The point after attempt by number 24 for the Presidents goes sailing through, and the Presidents stretch their lead to 21-6 here in the 3rd quarter.
Nice job by the Presidents to march down the field. Again, they had an early penalty. It was a false start, but they were able to get that penalty right back, march down the field, and take a 21-6 lead with 3:14 left in the 3rd quarter. So again, Quincy overcomes the early penalty in the drive to score.
The kicker for Quincy on that one, Anand Jagaran. He blasted that one through. No hesitation there. That was great stuff. I'll tell you, John, the Presidents have looked great on both sides of the ball here. A lot to be enthused about on this home sideline of the Quincy Presidents.
All right, well, nice crowd here, Veterans Memorial Stadium, we said it before, and we'll say it again. You know, they come out here. Quincy had a late start to the home game season, so nice crowd out here, anxious to see the Presidents here at Veterans Memorial Stadium take the field. We have the band playing, crowds going, cheerleaders cheering, so, you know, it's a nice night here at the stadium.
Justin Thorley kicks off and is taken at about the 15 by Hanover. Nice blocking for their quarterback, number 10, Kevin McLaughlin. He's been everywhere tonight for Hanover, and he gets the ball. Uh-oh, we got a guy down. I hope this is a cramp and not an injury. The way he's grabbing his legs, because it's big number 54 for the Presidents, Steve Olson.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to stretch it out there, and he's going to stay in the game.
No, he's coming
actually, he's
out.
going to come out there.
Yeah, they're going to get him out. He's having trouble,
Oh,
too.
yeah, he's having trouble getting off the field now. And that could,
Yeah, that's a cramp. That's definitely a cramp. You can tell by the way he's reacting. We talked about it in the first half about the importance of hydration, and you see it there. Olson is just cramping up there. I would like to see the Presidents, the boys over at the Watermore on a night like this. Humid night just takes all the fluid right out of you. The way they're sweating out there, I'm sure.
all right, well, Hanover comes to the line, and they're going to be starting at the 41-yard line. They have a split backfield. McLaughlin comes back, and he fumbles the snap, and he's able to pick it up and go right ahead. It actually looked like he just stepped back and went straight forward for the sneak, and was able to gain a few yards on the play.
Yeah, it looked like a little delay there. And there's been a little change by Hanover here. They've brought in number 15, James Carvin, a sophomore, a quarterback, trying to change things up a little. Carvin may be a stronger runner, we're not sure. But the Hanover coaching staff desperately trying to solve this President defense tonight. They've got a full house backfield and a new quarterback. They're still trying to solve that, the riddle of the President defense.
All right, well, again, Carvin goes in for the quarterback sneak and to move forward, and he gets another few yards. Hanover has been consistently starting off with a full house backfield or a one formation, and then moving to a second formation to try to confuse the Quincy High School defense, but it hasn't worked too often here in this game tonight.
Yeah, a little slow to get up there for the Presidents was Ian Jorgensen. We'll hope he's okay. Olson's back out on the field. Looks like there's going to be a timeout here.
All right, there's a timeout here in the field, and a score of Quincy High School 21 and Hanover High School 6, with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Hanover is going to be having the ball, and it's going to be 3rd and 6 on the 45-yard line of their own side of the field.
Well, one thing that's good to see, these student managers are out there in the huddle. They're getting water out to the players. So I think word has trickled out to the players that they've got to keep hydrated. One of the good things here, there is a trainer on the sideline for Quincy. School system has one at all the games, and she's been working hard with the players throughout the game thus far, and I'm sure she's part of the hydration edict here. It was apparently passed on, but boys got some water. They took the time out, and Mr. Carvin comes out with the Hanover offense here for a 3rd down play. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Bill Reardon, defensive coordinator for Quincy High School, made sure everyone did get hydrated in there. I was making sure in that huddle everyone was getting water and passing that Gatorade bottle around. All right, well, Hanover comes out on the 45, and Carvin goes back, and he passes to number 17, Kevin Davini, and he catches it with the 1st down and runs up to the 40-yard line of the Quincy High School Presidents for a 1st down.
Yeah, great reception there. I think, is that number 12, though? I think that might have been number 12, Dave Green, the halfback. Tremendous reception. Nice pass by Carvin. McLaughlin coming back into the huddle. So they're going to have McLaughlin and Carvin out on the field. Let's see what they do here. Carvin staying under center and McLaughlin going wide left.
All right, again, start with a full house backfield. Number 80 has been moving down to tight end position, Ryan McDonald. All right, Carvin back to pass and finds McLaughlin wide open in the middle of the field. And it looks like he got the first down again for Hanover.
Nice tackle by Banks. Nice execution by Hanover. Mr. Carvin, only a sophomore, but doing a nice job of moving this Hanover offense. They're reacting well under his leadership there. He delivered a very crisp pass to McLaughlin, who did a little curl pattern there. John Banks on him, took him right down after the reception.
All right, Quincy High School defense find themselves just a little bit on their heels since early in the first quarter. And there's going to be a timeout in the field here. It looks like
It's an official timeout?
it looks like it might have been an official timeout.
Well, I'm not sure what happened there. Number 87 came off.
Yeah, Jim
He's
Hutchins
looking
came off
for
the
something
field.
here. Might be an equipment issue. Oh no, he's getting his hand checked, his right hand checked. So he came off for medical reasons. Carvin flares it out to the right. A nice cutback by number 20 for Hanover, Pat Dwyer. Nice reception, nice cutback, and he picks up, it looks like about 4 on that play. So the Hanover offense finally clicking against the President defense, John.
It certainly is, and as we say, Quincy's on their heels just a little, and they're going to come up with a nice big stop here. 2nd and 5 now for Hanover High School with about 30 seconds left in the third quarter, so we'll get another playoff here before the end of the quarter.
Yeah, Jim Hutchins just got something done on his right hand. He had something repaired there, and he's getting back to the defensive coordinator, ready to get back into the game.
Yeah, one thing is if you do have an open wound or any bleeding or whatnot, you do have to come off the field and get it attended to immediately. All right, well, Carvin passes to McLaughlin, and he goes in for the touchdown. Nice job by him. Ran a post pattern, came right into the middle of the field, caught it, and ran right up into the middle for the defensive touchdown. Excuse me, for the offensive touchdown.
I'll tell you something. Looks like Hanover High School has found a quarterback here in this sophomore, Jim Carvin. He delivered that beautifully. The Carvin-McLaughlin connection just picked apart the President defense here, and Hanover trying to climb back in this one. There's the touchdown to bring it to 21-12, and they're going to go for 2 here with about 10 seconds left on the third quarter. One thing bodes well for the Presidents, John, is the strong running game they have. They're going to have to start working the clock here in that fourth quarter. Keep this newly lit Hanover offense off the field.
All right, well, Carvin's under center, and he goes back to pass again, and wide open in the end zone. No, there's a flag on the play, so
Yeah,
we'll
it's
see
gonna
if they
be
will stand.
It's going to be a personal foul there, a late hit, and probably be assessed on the kickoff. I think Frank McMurray tried to catch Carvin as he released the ball, but Carvin released it, got it away, and I think we're going to have an unsportsmanlike.
So we got a personal foul, not dead ball. It's personal foul. Personal foul against the Blue on the kickoff.
Get a number there, Marty.
53.
All right, well, as you can hear there was a personal foul in Quincy High School, and it will be assessed on the kickoff.
Yeah, so that's an unfortunate thing, because now what that does is rather than kicking off at the 30, they're going to kick from the 40. And as a result, rather than kick it from the 40, they're going to kick from the President 45. And as a result, the Presidents are going to start at best deep in their own territory.
All right, so again, we've talked about it. Penalties have hurt the Presidents here today. Second penalty they've had on special teams. And this one's really going to hurt them. They'd like to come back and get a nice drive, go down to the field, and possibly score. They're going to do it from deep in their own territory, though. As you said, the Hanover High School will be kicking off from the President's 45-yard line on the personal foul penalty.
And it's interesting because a kick of this distance, a boy should be able to put it into the end zone. We'll see how the Quincy deep men, number 23 Niemke and number 28 a guy we should know. I know we've called his number a few times tonight. Chris McDonald. We'll see how they play it here.
All right, well, McDonald and the Yankees stand on their own 2-yard line. I'm sure anything over their head will be in front of. Well, it actually goes in front of him and it's fielded by the Yankee, and he bobbles it and it goes into the end zone. And
He's got to get out of there. He's got to get out.
And
He's going to be tackled. Oh,
He's
he
gonna-
might get out. He better get out.
he's avoiding tackles left and right, but he's actually now
That's a
tackled
safety.
deep in the end zone. And it is a safety. It did hit Niemke on the 1-yard line. So it is a safety for Hanover. So, you know, the tides have turned quickly here as Hanover will get another 2 points on the
You're
board.
absolutely correct, John. That was a terrible mental error by J.J. Niemke. Smart play by Hanover, however. Rather than kicking the ball in the high arcing fashion one might expect, it was kind of a squib kick, and that put some pressure on those deep men for Quincy. Niemke ended up picking the ball up. Rather than letting it go through into the end zone, he picked it up right on about the 1-yard line or right at the goal line. And there was some question whether he could have dropped a knee there, and I think that's what caused him concern, that he had touched the ball before it went in the end zone, and I don't think he felt he could drop a knee there. So that's a very frustrating turn of events. The Presidents are now going to be kicking the ball off to Hanover, and on the safety, Hanover cuts the lead to 21-16.
All right, so unfortunately, Yankee was able to do that. It looked like it bounced over his head, and he was unable to field it. Might have taken his eye off it just for a quick second there, knowing he was on his one and wanted to get a semi-nice return. So unfortunately, he didn't make a nice effort, though, to avoid the safety. He did run around the end zone all the way down to his right, then came all the way back to the left, and finally got tackled right in the middle of the end zone. Interesting play there. And now with the safety, Quincy will be kicking off to Hanover High School on the free kick.
Yeah, they're going to go with a punt, it looks like. Their punter gets great hang time, or he has, at least on the last time we saw him punt, he had some nice hang time. So, but unlike when you kick off and you kick from the 40 on the safety, you're punting from the 20. So number 13 for the Presidents has his hands full here. He's got to get off a good punt. Interesting turn of events. They went from being in really comfortable control of this game, John, to a point now where Hanover has seized the momentum. The lead is 21-16 for the Presidents, but Hanover looks to have the ball in great field position as we start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this will be the first play of the fourth quarter. And Quincy with the free kick. Another careful of offsides here. And it is a nice kick, nice hang time. And it gets to about the 40-yard line. And number 41, Nick Reardon, is going to run it back for Hanover. And he gets about to the 20-yard line.
Great second effort by Steve Castigliola. Castigliola came up to challenge Reardon earlier. Reardon got around him, got outside, and Castigliola stayed in the play and ended up making the tackle along the right sideline. Super individual effort by Castigliola there.
All right, so it was a nice punt by Quincy High School there. Unfortunately, they returned right back to 20 where it started from. So Hanover will be starting from the Quincy High School 20-yard line on this drive. Quincy's going to have to come up here with a big defensive stop if they like to keep get the momentum back on their side.
Yeah, Mr. Carvin back under center. We'll see how the sophomore does here. A little delay in the snap caused that play to break down early. And another attempt to try the Quincy line fails. So Hanover is going to come up 2nd and 9.
Getting off to Nick Reardon there, and he wasn't able to get anywhere going up to right up the middle. Surprising play. Hanover had come back with pass last series, and it worked quite well for them. In the first play this year, this series, to go right up the middle, and it was the same old thing. A stop right at the line.
Yeah, interesting matchup out here on the left. McLaughlin and Niemke. Carvin tries to get it over. Great pressure up the middle by the President defense. Big number 75 for the Presidents and number 54, Steve Olson. They timed that perfectly. And Dan Davis was right on top of Carvin. As soon as the ball was snapped, you saw a couple of Quincy players charge the line. They timed that snap perfectly. They get in, little pressure on Carvin, broke down that play.
And something we didn't see the last series, Quincy was able to get through the line and so able to get back to that, as you said, with Olsen and Davis getting through the line that play and breaking it up. So it'll be 3rd and 9 now for Hanover High School. Carvin back to pass, and he throws a high-arcing pass into the corner of the end zone, and it is incomplete. Looked like pass was intended for number 80, Ryan McDonald.
Yeah, we're in 4-down territory again, though, John. So Carvin's going over to get the play. I'll tell you one thing about a sophomore quarterback, and you can see this in the line play with Quincy. When Josh Giugiani's out there, he keeps the Hanover kids a little off balance with his cadence. But that's not happening out there now, you can tell. On 2nd down, the Quincy kids timed things perfectly, and then they were right off the ball this time as well. So I think Mr. Carvin, the coaches, have to talk to him about maybe barking a little bit or varying the cadence of his call so that the Quincy linemen and linebackers aren't on him so quickly. Carvin takes a snap. He's back, looking left. Pumps, fakes, goes down the sideline. It's there.
It's caught, but it's going to be out of bounds.
He's out of bounds. There was great coverage, too, but a beautifully thrown ball by Carvin. This kid is a prospect and a talent.
So nice job by Quincy High School to get out of that. They had backed up their own 20-yard line, and they come up and let Hanover get only 1 yard on that drive.
Yeah,
so
big stop. You're absolutely correct, John, because momentum was all in the direction of Hanover. And to come out with a stop like that, and now what we have to see is this Quincy running game. We've got to see the boys react here.
Yeah, Carver made a nice job of putting that right where his receiver could get. It was just out of bounds. So Quincy takes over on downs. All right, we're going to have flags on the plane. Looks like there might be a
procedure call there. That's too bad. Giudiani trying a little quick delay play there. And actually, I shouldn't be saying quick delay. That would be an oxymoron. But Giudiani trying a little delay.
Dead ball. False start against the blue. 5 yards. Repeat, 1st down.
Yeah, penalties continuing to dog the Presidents. Left side of the line moved early there. It's going to be 1st and 15.
So again, Quincy comes out in the first play in the past couple of drives. They've had a penalty, and they've had to start, 1st and 15 past 2 times. So again, 1st and 15, and they'll be on their own 15-yard line. 9:51 here in the 4th quarter. Quincy is ahead 21-16. And it looks like a bad snap there, and Niemke was able to get on as he was in the low man in the backfield. So another broken play there for Quincy High School.
Yeah, we're going to have to take a look at that. I don't know what the problem is, but that's 2 in a row now where Giudiani has had problems handling the snap. Let me see who's out there. Because Padgington, we haven't said his name all night, except to give general laudatory praise toward the line play. But is he still out there? Yep, he's still out there snapping the ball. So not sure what's going on there, but Quincy is just going in the wrong direction here. 2nd and 21. Giudiani, the pitch to Niemke. He gets stuck, could not turn it up, and he gets hit right at the 10-yard line where it's going to be 3rd and 20.
Yeah, it was the first time Hanover was able to wrap him up and put him right down. As soon as he got hit, he came down. 2 Hanover players were there to make the tackle. So nice job by Hanover to pursue Niemke and make sure he had no additional yardage after the hit.
Tell you one thing we're seeing, which you don't want to see. There's a lot of frustration out there, and the Quincy boys and the Quincy sideline, they're showing their frustration. They've got to maintain their poise here. Got to hang tough, not let these, the mistakes or missteps get them down. They've got to hang in there, maintain their poise, and make their plays. So we'll see how they do here with Niemke. They got triple wide right and Niemke in the backfield.
All right, it's 3rd and 19. Giordani steps back to pass, and he unleashes it to John Banks. It was intended for Banks.
Cover it.
Looked like it might have been intercepted by Pat Dwyer, but he came down and hit the ground and fumbled it, or they kind of call it an incomplete pass now. So a break there for Quincy. They have no interception on the play, but they'll be forced to punt with 4th and 19 upcoming now.
Yeah, a lot of frustration on the Quincy sideline right now. They've got to execute this special teams play. This is going to be important. The punting has been great all night, and no bigger time than now for another good punt. Nice, clean, long snap back, and there's a punt down the middle. Takes a quick hop to Dwyer.
Nice job by J.J. Niemke. Get down there. Pat Dwyer fielded it on the 40-yard line, but Niemke was able to wrap him up and tackle him on the 36-yard line. It's only a 4-yard return for Hanover. So the Quincy defense will come back out again with 7:51 left in the 4th quarter, and Quincy's on top 21-16.
Well, when you say Quincy defense come out again, John, one of the things we should point out, there are a lot of boys out there going 2 ways tonight, and they've been out on the field a long time. Fatigue's got to become a factor here, especially on a night like tonight. It's, as we said, it's certainly not warm, but it's warm for the fall, and it's a little humid. And these Quincy boys have been working hard all night. Got to come up big here. Carvin back, drops it over the middle. Great reception by number 12.
Dave Green.
Super reception there.
Yeah, it looked like he bobbled it, but came back down with it and was able to move ahead to about the 10-yard line. Excuse me, 20-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 21-yard line. So, first down for Hanover High School. And as you said, it looks like the Quincy defense is getting a little tired. The momentum hasn't been on their side now. And, of course, with no momentum, you get a little bit more tired a little bit quicker. All right, Carvin's on the center and hands it off to Dwyer. Excuse me, to number 44, Nick Reardon, who rumbles and stumbles up his way to about the 16-yard line. Ran left, hit a couple people, and was finally dragged down. Looked like Niemke and Olsen where they had to help on the tackle.
Yeah, that was a nice stiff arm to free himself there. Little delay by Carvin. Nicely designed play, but the Presidents read it well. And then just a little brute strength there, a stiff arm, got him about 4 yards. So it's 2nd and 6, and the clock ticking down to about 6:40 here. Got quite a ball game, Sean.
All right, split backfield for Hanover High School, and it is handed off to, it looks like Nick Reardon, but Quincy was able to break through the line there for a stop.
It was Pat Dwyer, actually, the running back, a quick hitter on the right side, but they've had no luck in the interior against this President defense, John.
All right, the clock is ticking with 6:19 left here in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 6 is going to be what Hanover has in front of them on this upcoming play.
Yeah, this is another big 3rd down play, although, again, they're in 4-down territory at the 16. I'm sure that Hanover, if they don't succeed here getting the 1st down, is going to go for the first, we'll go for it on 4th. Carvin calling signals, takes a snap, looking out to the right, and he's going to get nailed from behind.
And he drops the
ball.
ball.
And there's a fumble. Great play by number 87 for the Presidents, who came in and nailed Carvin from behind. Jim Hutchins again, with perhaps the biggest play of the night for the Presidents.
Yeah, Carvin had no clue that he was behind there. He just didn't feel him, and he got hit hard, and he fumbled the ball, and Quincy recovered. So a big momentum changer, hopefully, for Quincy High School as they get the ball back with 5:47 here, and we'll try to make something happen.
I'll tell you, Carvin's still out in the field, and his right arm, he has not lifted it, the poor young man. He got plastered. And if I were the Presidents, it wouldn't be a bad thing to look to the left here where Carvin is, because he's still feeling the sting of that big hit by Hutchins. Giordani under center. He's got triple wide right. The give is to Niemke. And Niemke picks up about 3 or 4, just riding behind that line surge.
Yeah, again, there we finally see Niemke back to himself. You know, he got hit, kept the legs moving, and was able to pick up another couple of yards.
I'll tell you, that could be the play of the evening there. Mr. Hutchins, nailing Carvin. We talked earlier about the inexperience of the sophomore quarterback. He's clearly a talent, but he had some issues with his cadence out there, and the Quincy linemen were just teeing off on him. That time, he looked to his right, never felt the pressure from behind, and got absolutely plastered.
All right, we're going to have an official timeout here to stop play. And look like number 20, Pat Dwyer, jogged off the field for Hanover.
So the free safety, Dwyer leaves, replaced by number 40.
All right, Giordani hands off to Niemke, and Hanover finally breaks through that line, stops Niemke in the backfield. Nice job by Hanover to break through.
Yeah, it looks like a loss of about 2 on that play. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Tell you, both defenses standing tall tonight playing. It's been a well-played ball game from the defensive side of the ball. Both offenses have been a little bit plagued by mistakes and penalties, but more so Quincy than Hanover. But the defenses have played well, and this Hanover defense coming up big here. I'll tell you, Carvin is still, he's still hurt out there. You can watch him moving around, and he's feeling the sting of that Hutchins hit still.
All right, bad snap, but Quincy's able to recover. Giordani scampers to his left, and it's going to be close to the first down. He gets out of bounds, but it looks like he won't get it.
No, actually, that's the...
Oh, that's right. That's
we're
right.
10 yards back,
that's
John.
Right.
Yeah, that was a tough snap, unfortunately. And Giordani got run out of bounds right at the stick. But it's going to be 4th and 10, and Quincy is going to have to punt the ball away. We're going to see, though, about how Carvin reacts here. They might have to come back with McLaughlin.
All right, Quincy is leading 21-16 here in the 4th quarter with just over 4 minutes left to play. As we said, Quincy came out, and they're going to be forced to punt here on 4th and 10. Quincy has been haunted by penalties all night long. They've started back in their own end zone a couple times, and it happened with this past drive. Started off with a procedure penalty, and just kind of got off on the wrong foot since the beginning of this drive.
All right, back deep for Hanover. Just inside Hanover territory is Pat Dwyer. Going to get that coverage down there. This is going to be big.
All right, the referee and the umpire are discussing something on the field right now, and that's giving a hold up to the play.
Well, whatever was being discussed, there is apparently a consensus now. So they're going over to explain to Coach Noble, but play will resume here. So the Presidents line up. Good snap. Little mishandled there. He gets the punt away.
And this is going to be a roughing the kicker call, looks like. He did get the kick away. But it looks like number 41, Nick Reardon, did hit the kicker pretty hard after he kicked it. So we'll see what the call is here. The referee did throw the flag, so it looks like it might be.
You see why that call's out there. Number 13 for the Presidents. Now, again, unfortunately, we did not get a lineup card, so we don't know this young man's name, and it's unfortunate because he has played super all night. But he got absolutely plastered. How he got that ball away, all the Hanover boy had to do was get his hands on it and there'd be no penalty. But how he got that ball away without it being touched.
We have personal foul, roughing the kicker against the white, first down.
All right, so Quincy gets a big break there with roughing the kicker, and that's an automatic first down. So Quincy gets a break there, and they'll take over again with 4 minutes left here in the 4th quarter.
That's 2 big individual efforts. Hutchins with a great play on defense. Now the special teams, the punter. He got that ball away, did a great job of reacting under really intense pressure, and ended up getting really plastered too. He came off the sideline. We'll hope he's okay. A couple of boys have taken some major league hits tonight, John.
Yeah, they certainly have. And as you said, he was a nice snap. Wasn't able to field it just cleanly enough, but somehow he did get it away. and you know, he might have taken a hit, but he got his team a first down for it.
Tell you, there's 4 minutes left here, and there would be no bigger time for the President running game to return than these final 4 minutes here of this fourth quarter. It's 21-16 Presidents. Hanover came out of the locker room, a lot of momentum. They came roaring back, got themselves back in the game. Presidents were back on their heels, as you had said earlier, but they've done a nice job of hanging in there, hanging tough, and they're going to get the ball at about their own 38, and now's the time to start grinding it out here and see if they can't get that clock to the 3 zeros that we want to see when we've got the lead like we do tonight.
Yeah, the referees were discussing exactly where the placement of the ball was going to be placed. And as you said, it's going to be on the 38-yard line. With Niemke in the backfield, Giordani comes up and pitches it to Niemke, who gets up to the left side to about the 45-yard line. So
nice 5-yard first down play. It's all you want to see. Clock keeps running. It's 2nd and about 5, so that's good stuff by the Presidents. That line continues. Hutchins, DeWitt, Pagington, Olson, and Felipe, or Philippez. I'm sorry about the pronunciation, but I'll tell you, they've just been solid all night, every down.
All right, most importantly, Quincy keeps the clock running with the run. Giordani comes up and hands it off again to Niemke, who breaks up the middle for a first down. He gets about to the 46-yard line of Hanover High School. Nice job by Niemke to sprint right up the middle for the first down.
Yeah, the clock will stop while they move the sideline markers. And now they're going to start the clock up again, and a big first down run. So Niemke picks up 12 yards on 2 plays. We're inside Hanover territory here at about the 47-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 Presidents with 3 minutes to go.
All right, hand off again to Niemke, and he breaks 2 tackles in the backfield, but he can't get away from the second one. Oh, excuse me, the third one. Looks like number 79, Mike Pierce, broke through the line there for Hanover and brought him down. But the clock continues to move for Quincy High School.
Yep, we're at about 2:35 or so here, so the clock moves, as you said, John, and the Presidents are moving well too. That's a 2nd and 9, but they've shown that the effective running game is out there for them. The line continues to get off the ball well.
Nice job by Niemke to hit in backfield, but still get a yard on the play. So 2nd and 9 on the 46-yard line.
Marquis in motion. Here they come right, John.
And Niemke gets about to the 40-yard line. So nice job by Niemke to keep running. He's holding on to the ball, making sure all of Hanover's trying to get a strip and get the free ball, get it out there. But Niemke's holding on to it and coming out on the 41-yard line.
Yep, we got 3rd down and a long 3. 6-yard gain by Niemke. Clock continuing to run. Giordani doing a great job in that regard. They've been running off 30 to 35 seconds between plays here. He's taken every second he can off the clock. Comes up under the ball. He's got Niemke, the lone back.
It's going to be a fumble.
And it's covered by Hanover. Big play there. Great timing play by the Hanover defense. You saw them surging. I had thought that, again, Giordani had a shot at pulling someone offside here. I know there's some gesturing from the President's sideline. They're wondering why there was no flag there, and I think there's something to be said for that, because Giordani barked a couple. We saw one lineman jump, but a linebacker comes surging through. But they're not going to get the call here, and the big turnover puts the pressure on the President defense to come up big here with 1:24 to play, John.
Unfortunate turn of events there for Quincy High School, but now the defense is going to come through. Carvin steps back and passes to McLaughlin, who was unable to get any yards on the play. Nice job by the Quincy defense to pursue that.
Yeah, Banks and Ortiz out there, and they stopped him cold for a loss of 4. John Banks has had a super game tonight. He's made the plays, come up big. There's 1:15 left, and that was a super play by John Banks and Jose Ortiz on that first down. That was an attempt by Hanover to get one of their receivers out there on the flat over near the sideline. I'm sure they were hoping to get out of bounds after the reception, but instead they were required to use a timeout. And so with 1:15 to go, Hanover faces a 2nd and 12.
Yeah, that was a big first down play for the Quincy defense. Just turn the ball over, and Ortiz and Banks were to come out and stop it with a 2-yard loss for Hanover. So it's 2nd and 10 now on the 38-yard line. Carvin's calling signals, and he steps back to pass. He pumps fake, and he gets hit on the play by number 52 for Quincy High School. Nice job by him to come in and break up the play on an incomplete pass. DJ Andrews on the play.
Yeah, what a pop there. Again, DJ Andrews coming off the right side, unimpeded, and Carvin just looking out there to his flat. Never felt the pressure. He made a little pump fake and held the ball a little too long, and Andrews just leveled him. Those things have to take a toll, especially a sophomore, young man only about 15, 16 years old, not as physically developed as some of the older boys, and these things have to take a toll on Mr. Carvin.
Again, it came from his left side there, and it came to his back, so he didn't know it was coming. So 3rd and 12 now. Carvin goes back to pass, and he unleashes one, and it is off the fingertips of number 10, Kevin McLaughlin. Looked like he had it, hit his hands, and he was unable to bring it in for the catch. So Quincy looks like they get a break there. Now it's going to be 4th and 12.
Well, nice coverage, too, by John Banks. He was there again. No question McLaughlin was surrounded with the coverage. You're correct, John. He got his hands on the ball. It was there to be caught, but there was a lot of pressure, and McLaughlin ended up making a nice effort, but coming up a little short. And it's going to be 4th and 12, minute 4 to go. This is really the play of the game here.
Yeah, it's going to be a big play for the Quincy defense. We'll see what happens here. 4th and 12 on the 38. Quincy's ahead 21-16 with just over 1 minute left to play in the 4th quarter. Hanover comes to the line, and Carvin steps back, and there's flags on the play. Play will continue. He passes it down, and it is incomplete. And looked like Niemke was able there to help break up the play. Pass intended for number 20, Pat Dwyer.
Yeah. Niemke and Jim Hutchins having a little conversation out there because they both went for the ball, and I think that
We had an illegal procedure against the white. Not enough men on the line. Penalty is declined. Blue ball.
now all that Quincy has to do is they have to safely snap the ball 4 times, and they're going to come out of Veterans Stadium with a very, very impressive 21-16 win over this Hanover squad. This has been a tough, gutty game, and the President defense was the story tonight, John.
Yeah, it certainly was. They were able to break through the line early in the first half and often in the first half. Had a little problem in the second half, but they were able to come back with a couple of big defensive stops. And Giordani hands it off to Niemke, who gets up to the 40-yard line. No, that's a 35. We'll call it 35. And Hanover does call timeout, and I believe that is their final timeout of the game.
Yep, 51.8 seconds left. Quincy, they've got to be delighted here. The coaching staff has got to be happy. The boys made some plays tonight to get the points on the board. They've shown an awful lot of promise here for this season. The defense looks very, very strong and solid. And the offense, they've got a lot of tools, a lot of guys to work with. It's a very impressive Quincy squad. And to come away with a win against Hanover, that's always big, too.
All right, well, Giordani comes up. Quincy has a full house backfield. And he hands it off to Niemke, who gets up to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, 15, and he is in for a touchdown.
Oh, great run by J.J. Niemke. Got outside. I'm sure they weren't expecting that, and that's going to seal the game. J.J. Niemke. Normally at this point in the game, you stay inside your tackles and grind down that clock. J.J. saw that. The Hanover boys He gave a little deke, got outside, and down the sideline he went. He hit the speed button and into the end zone.
Yeah, as soon as he got outside there, past the end, he ran down the sidelines for the score. So Quincy now has a 27-16 lead with the extra point forthcoming. So 43 seconds left here in the game, and Quincy has just put this game away.
Yeah, that's great stuff for J.J. Niemke. He's been out there all night working hard, and that's a nice reward for a young man who'd cap off a Super Bowl game tonight. The extra point was partially blocked and comes up short, but that's of no consequence at all, as the Presidents, with that beautiful run by J.J. Niemke, take a 27-16 lead with 43 seconds left.
Nice job by Quincy there to come out. Looked like they might just kneel the ball down or is running up in the middle and run the clock down. But, you know, Niemke broke one for a touchdown. So Quincy looks like he's going to come out on top here with 43 seconds, as we said before. Quincy's on top 27-16. And as you can hear the band playing, everyone's excited here. Weren't expecting that final touchdown, but they got it, and everyone's happy here for a forthcoming President's win.
Yeah, as we said, Hanover, one of the strong teams coming up out of the South Shore, and even though you're the host team and you have that home advantage, this was a very, very impressive win for the Presidents, or is a very impressive win. We still haven't finished the game yet here. Back to kickoff for Quincy, number 2, little squibber. It's going to be handled at about the 25. And that's where it's going to end for Captain Nick Reardon. He gets stopped at about the 35 with 35 seconds to go.
All right, so the Quincy defense will come out here. Just make sure no big plays will happen. And they'll come out of Veterans Memorial Stadium with a win.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Now, see, there's Olson. He can't get off the field again. That right hamstring is really giving him problems. But you're right, John. It's just avoid the big play. I would think we'd see somebody about 20 yards back here in center field, and it's going to be number 3 for the Presidents, who's had a great game. I mean, there's several names tonight to talk about, but you've got the D-backs back about 15 yards, and Carvin back to pass. He's going to get hit again.
Again, Quincy comes in, number 52, it looked like, came down with a hit. And DJ Andrews again got in there. And also on number 87, Jim Hutchins was in there, both giving pressure on Andrews with a hit on Carvin, and who threw it out into the flat, but it goes incomplete.
Yeah, one of the problems Hanover's had is they've been playing from behind all night, and as a result, they're leaving that backfield empty. They're sending everybody out, and Carvin's back there completely unprotected. I mean, they got to look at leaving a back there to help him out a little bit. He's just getting nailed. So we're under 30 seconds, 29 seconds left.
All right, Carvin goes back.
Yeah.
And it is tipped. Looked like by number 87 there, Jim Hutchins again, who's been all over this field tonight.
Yeah, you're right. That time they did leave a back there, number 20, Pat Dwyer, and if he were not there, then the President pressure would have leveled Carvin again. So they continue to really work here, these the Presidents. They're not sitting back at all. They're going to take this right down to the wire with this superb effort tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Noble will remind everyone the game still wasn't over when they came off of the kickoff, and they still needed a couple of big defensive plays, and they've gotten it so far on this drive with that breakup.
Yeah, we've got Banks, Castigliola, and Niemke back about 10, 15 yards, and the linemen and linebackers right up on the ball pressuring Carvin. So it's 3rd and 10.
All right, and again coming in.
And this time it's stripped as well, and Quincy covers it. So that's it. Mr. Hutchins again with his second great play. Stripped the ball, and the Presidents cover, and 16 seconds to go. That seals the victory, John. A great all-round effort tonight by the Quincy Presidents.
Yeah, Hutchins, that's his second sack of the night, and he's had 2 hurries as well. And he just had a pass deflection just before that play. So, you know, Hutchins has been all over this field and coming out and helped his team get a victory here.
Yeah, Nice win for the Presidents. Coach Bob Noble delighted there down on the sideline. A great home win. Great way to start out your Friday nights at Veterans Stadium. We should say, John, as they take the final snaps, we'll be back again this fall. We're delighted to bring high school coverage to our viewers at Quincy Access Television. We got a number of wonderful emails and letters and phone calls after the Babe Ruth tournament, and we're looking forward to being back. We'll be here next Friday, October 10th, when Whitman Hanson will travel here. I'm sorry, we're going to be here in 2 weeks on October 10th to see Whitman Hanson play Quincy High School. And there it is. The time is off the clock. The boys are on the field for the lineup, and the Presidents are taking home a hard-earned 27-16 victory. John, why don't you tell our viewers about our camera crew tonight? You're familiar with the names. I know I saw Bill Early, George Capadonna, and Betty Campbell in here during the half. Who else is here tonight with
Well, you just named everyone that was part of our camera crew there. George
Okay.
Capadonna, Bill Early, and Betty Campbell here on our production crew tonight. We want to thank them for their hard work on the camera here tonight. And also we had Chris Polity here helping us with the engineering earlier today as well. So as we said, Quincy comes out 27-16 here at Veterans Memorial Stadium for early season home victory for the Presidents.
Yep, the field looks great. The boys look great, so there's a lot to be hopeful for if you're a Quincy President fan. Well, John, we want to thank you. We're going to wrap it up here. Again, we're delighted to bring you Quincy Access Television coverage, and especially on a Friday night when the Presidents take home a big win over Hanover. The final score, as you see the Presidents leave the field, Quincy High School 27, Hanover High School 16. For John Caleri, I'm Jim Timmons, and thanks and good night from Quincy Access Television.